Welcome to my review on the meanest super SUV that Audi has on offer. So big was the task at hand that I needed to enlist my friend, local DJ legend Tyrone Paulsen, to help me with the job.
So when it comes to SUVs, I'm not completely sold on them. Because SUVs are supposed to be these big, black, menacing machines which should be driven by some government agents, hell-bent on saving the world. But nowadays, they come in all shapes and sizes. Some of them look like station wagons and hot hatches on high heels.
But then there's this one, which looks like something that comes from a movie that should be driven by agents who are trying to save the world from the scum of the universe.
That's a Men in Black reference, by the way.
I mean, look at it. It's big, it's black, and it looks menacing. Now I know there are many sports SUVs on the market, but most of them look like they're just a normal big SUV with coupe styling.
Now this one, by the way, has been designed from the ground up to look sporty, sleek, sexy, and oh, it's fast.
This car has Audi's black package, which makes all the blingy bits black, and man, it works. Audi's lighting team also worked extra hard. The lights flash in a way that could rival some nightclubs, but they serve a purpose, ensuring that when you're driving at night or in adverse weather, you'll always have perfect vision and be clearly seen.
Talking about being seen, you should see what it looks like on the inside. It's got a sound system and tech inside that'll make you go bonkers. Oh, but first, there's this little thing about the noise it makes when it goes.
And we won't abandon the movie references just yet. I like to call this car the Dark Knight. No, not because it looks like Batman's weekend ride, rather because of that Hans Zimmer soundtrack. You know the movie trailer knows I'm talking about, right? That's the sound that every action movie since employs when they want to add some drama to their trailers. This car has that. And what's best is you can control how intense it is with the pedal on the right. What does it do? Well, besides catapulting you into the horizon, it also revs up that 8-cylinder orchestra under the steeply raked black bonnet. I refer to the bi-turbo 4-liter V8, good for a gratuitous 441 kilowatts of power and 800 newton meters of torque. To put that into perspective, the Lamborghini Urus that I drove last year, essentially this car's half-sister, that was just 0.2 seconds quicker from 0 to 100 km an hour. And that has got 37 kilowatts more. So forget half-sister. These are non-identical twins. Naturally, it comes with a bunch of driving modes such as Eco and Comfort. But if it's all the same with you, I'm just going to leave it in Dynamic. It's the best way to appreciate all that grunt, all the noise, and all that drama. It's got a top speed of 250 km an hour. Unless, like this test car, it's equipped with the driver's package. It's optional, but it does mean you get to go to 280 km an hour. On a racetrack, of course. Gear changes can be operated with the paddles behind the steering wheel, but you're not going to do a better job than its AI brain. So I tend to let the RSQ8 take care of it while I hang on for dear life. This leaves me to enjoy the dynamic handling and flat suspension whilst my ears are filled with deeply baritone engine noises. Which brings me rather neatly to that other premium soundtrack, also on offer in this very well-appointed cabin.
Inside, the black theme continues, and wow, it definitely looks like you're in the cockpit of the Starship Enterprise.
Yep, another movie reference, but it's well warranted. I mean, just look at the copious amounts of touch screens and computing power in here. It will rival most high-end computers.
The part I like, being a bit of a tech geek, is that most of the controls are digitally based. So it's a touch here and a swipe there and voila, easy.
I know, most people want clicky buttons, but come on, not even our phones have buttons anymore.
There are 3 screens, one for driving, which you can change to look like some racing game screen, another for controlling aircon and other environment controls, and then the center screen for everything else, like sat-nav, radio, car settings, etc. Plus, you can mirror your phone using Android Auto and Apple CarPlay.
It has butt-hugging seats, soft touch materials everywhere, RS badging. It looks awesome. But my favorite part is the Bang & Olufsen sound system. Because as a DJ, I'm not able to go play in clubs anymore. But with this car, you can take the club with you, and you can do this. Start like this. So I can do this and then turn it up louder and then go. So that's a track, right? Just check this out. Woo!
Like Ty has just illustrated, the RSQ8 can rise to almost any occasion.
I mean, sure, it can entertain its driver, it can entertain its occupants, and even if you don't have access to a club DJ. But then again, it's no cheap thrill either.
That Bang & Olufsen sound system alone is an 80,000 Rand option, bringing the total price of my test car to 2.7 mil. That's almost 400,000 Rand more in options alone, on a car that was already 2.3 million. But you could argue that just makes it much more exclusive.
Overall, I think the RSQ8 is an awesome car. It looks great both inside and out, has enough room to rival all the other SUVs from its interior space to the boot capacity.
You can use it as your daily driver, even as your Millennium Falcon. I promise it's my final movie reference. But you can even use it to impress your teenagers and your friends without them thinking that you're going through a midlife crisis.
He's right, they won't think you're going through a midlife crisis. They'll know.
Yeah, wait, Millennium Falcon. Does that make him Chewbacca?
I'm in a Millennium Falcon off, if that's okay.